Welcome to the Immortal Cast, a show where we read and review the legendary Harry Potter fanfiction, My Immortal, exactly as written and completely blind. This is a spin-off to our main fanfiction show we've been doing for about 5 years now, Crossing the Line. So if you like this show, you can find more of us there. And thanks for listening. Enjoy.
Okay, welcome to part 3 of our My Immortal read-through.
Immortal Cast.
Immortal Cast. In the first episode, we read chapters 1 through 3, and then we read chapters, I think,
4 through
4 through 6? No, we read 4 through 7.
Oh yeah, it was so tasty.
Now we're continuing with chapter 8. Before we start this time, I'm going to recap again, but I just wanted to show you who are rumored to be the authors. It's these girls on YouTube. The channel is XX Bloody Kiss. XX Bloody X Kiss XX. If you look them up, you'll probably know it's Tara and Raven. But maybe they're not the authors. There's been a lot of dispute over who they were.
Maybe by the end of this podcast, we'll get an interview with them.
There you go.
That would be cool. Definitely want to cover all like the misc media around it after the reading.
Totally.
But anyway.
Steven, I bet at least one of them follows you.
It's possible.
You're just going to have to get educated on the Tara and Raven lore.
So, My Immortal, the characters we met so far are the main characters, Ebony, Darkness, Dementia, Raven, Way. The main character, Goth Vampire with straight teeth, sleeps in a black coffin with hot pink interior, doesn't like the sun, but it doesn't hurt her. She has pale skin, black hair with purple streaks and red tips. She also has changed her hair a couple times, maybe that's outdated.
She also ate her Count Chocula with blood.
Yes, she ate that at the Hogwarts mess hall. She's very funny. She changes her outfit constantly to get a lot of outfit updates, so it's not really worth describing her look, I guess. But
she's very funny, very horny, and an all-around cool girl to hang out with.
She hates preps. They're always flaming her story. She crushes on Draco Malfoy.
But
we've now met Harry
Potter,
who goes by Vampire, which is really funny because she's like...
He's appropriating her culture.
Yeah, she hates posers, but Harry is clearly a poser. She's like,
Truly.
I go by Vampire, and she's like, I'm actually a vampire. He's like, whoa.
What? Cool.
And then right after they say that, she goes away with Draco, which leads to where we are now. But I have to mention that in the first part of our story, Draco takes her to a Good Charlotte concert, and they go and have sex in the Forbidden Woods, and then Dumbledore finds them and goes, "You fools!" And then they take them back to get scolded by McGonagall and Snape says, "Whatever, go to your rooms."
You put your dick in the goblet of fire!
Yeah.
In her goblet of fire.
And Willow is Ebony's best friend, even though she's only really talked to her once so far.
She's also a vampire, isn't she?
They both slept in coffins in the first part, I think. So
she's at least in tune with the vampires.
Yeah, we haven't found out if like vampires are okay in Hogwarts, but probably because she's eating her blood milk cereal in the mess hall.
Someone at Hogwarts is getting her blood that she needs.
Someone at Hogwarts is getting her Count Chocula.
The seasonal cereal year-round.
When Finch doesn't have any halls to patrol, they send him out to do menial tasks like grocery shop.
Like making Count Chocula by hand.
That was a bit of a recap, but I suggest you watch the first episode for a clearer picture.
Accio Count Chocula.
Listen rather.
Accio Chocula.
Okay, so Chapter 8.
Yes.
Draco had just pulled her out of the mess hall away from Harry.
Draco just pulled out.
Draco and I held our pale white hands with black nail polish as we went upstairs. I was wearing red Satanist sings on my nails in red nail polish.
What?
A sing, that's like a symbol, I believe.
Oh.
Author's note.
Said that. Oh, thank you.
Author's note. See, does that sound like a Mary Sue to you? ? She must have gotten some comments about looking Mary Sue.
Absolutely.
Which is crazy because she describes her outfit so crazily every chapter.
She's anything but perfect except for when she is.
I waved to Vampire. That's Harry. Dark misery was in his depressed eyes. He must really not like that she just got pulled away by Draco, his enemy. That's funny.
His enemy.
I guess he was jealous of me that I was going out with Draco. Anyway, I went upstairs excitedly with Draco. We went into his room and locked the door.
Wouldn't he be jealous of Draco and not you? You self-centered bitch.
Yeah.
Whatever, that loser wiped his scar off.
Yeah, he covers his scar with makeup for some reason, even though it looks cool. Then, ... we started Frenching passively, and we took off each other's clothes enthusiastically.
Passively?
How do you French passively?
Little tongue here and there. He felt me up before I took off my top. Then I took off my black leather bra, and he took off his pants. Leather bra, jeez.
Ow.
That would stink so bad when she
That's
sweats.
just fucking, you can just hear the ripping peel as it comes off her.
Yeah. You ever sleep on a leather couch with your shirt off?
It'd be like peeling, yeah, it'd be like sleeping on like...
It's like
one of
that
those-
all day.
Yeah, like a fucking couch covered in plastic.
She doesn't sweat. It's fine. She doesn't go out in the sun.
Oh yeah, she's a vampire. Her heart doesn't beat.
Yeah.
We went on the bed and started making out naked, and then he put his boys thingy in mine, and we had sex! In all
Don't
caps.
call it boys thingy. That's not romantic.
You can say fuck, you can say shit, you can put Count Chocula in blood, but you can't say dick.
In
Can't say
parentheses, C, is that stupid, question mark?
schlong. Kinda.
Yeah.
Oh, Draco! Draco! I screamed while getting an orgasm when all of a sudden I saw a tattoo I had never seen before on Draco's arm.
Whoa.
Oh shit, he's a juggalo.
It's his, I was gonna say it's his Popeye anchor.
What is this? It's called the Hatchet Man.
The fucking, yeah, Ratchet Man underneath.
Ah, God.
Do you like Insane Clown Posse?
Wait, it's actually that?
No, I was just doing her
Okay.
voice.
You
No,
I read
no.
it too convincingly.
you were like looking at your phone, and I thought you were actually reading. That would have been cool.
It was a black heart with an arrow through it. On it, in bloody Gothic writing, were the words, "Vampire!" Oh my god! I was so angry. You bastard! I shouted angrily, jumping out of the bed.
What?
No, but you don't understand, Draco pleaded. But I knew too much. No, you fucking idiot, I shouted. You probably have AIDS anyway. It's because
What?
Harry's name is Vampire. So we had Harry's name tattooed on him.
He had the word vampire.
It could have been for her. She's a vampire.
It could have been for anyone.
It could have been the idea of vampires.
Harry calls himself vampire because he likes vampires. You don't think it's not out of the realm that Draco likes vampires too? It's not a name. Harry's ruined you. You're a vampire.
You guys ever got in bed with someone and took off their clothes and
No.
found a tattoo that made you want to break up with them?
No.
I have.
Really?
I did break up with him.
What was it?
It was a huge pot leaf.
You,
And I was like, yuck.
you made the Soul Eater Excalibur face. and your boner unworld.
We were like teenagers, so I was like, what?
It deflated.
Yuck.
You said, "How'd you get a tattoo? You're a teenager." And then you left.
It's like, okay. It was so cringe that my boner deflated and I had to go.
Said, yeah. You used to be a Chad back in school.
I said, that's enough.
You
Next
had your
woman.
you had your hair swooped to the side. Women were clawing to get you.
I had my Harry Potter hair. Harry Potter in this story hair.
Yeah, that-
Spiked black hair.
You drew a scar on your forehead. Women were fawning.
They said, is that real? And I said, yeah.
Oh, baby.
Fucking red wash marker.
Clearly red Sharpie in a different spot than it was in yesterday.
Smeared from one time after gym when you swatted at your brow.
No, but you don't understand, Draco pleaded, but I knew too much. No, you fucking idiot, I shouted, you probably have AIDS anyway. I put on my clothes all huffily and then stomped out. Draco ran out even though he was naked. He had a really big you-know-what, but I was too mad to care. I stomped out and so
He
did he.
ran out. Boner. First.
His boner was
His
real
boner
big.
peered
but-
around the door like a cartoon character.
Oh my god. He had a really big unit up, I didn't care. I stomped out and did so until I was in Vampire's classroom where he was having a lesson with Professor Snape and some other people.
What the
Vampire Potter! You Motherfucker! I yelled. Chapter 8.
What? Wait, that
the
was
end of it.
chapter 8.
That was chapter 7. Or wait, yeah, it was chapter 8.
I'm so confused.
No, that was chapter 7, but like the separation between chapters happens after the chapter is titled for some reason. So it looks like it's part of the previous one. So we did read chapters 4 through 6 last time.
Okay.
So I guess we'll read 7 through 8. I mean 9.
The story's breaking you.
Chapter 8. Author's not. Author's
The story's breaking you.
Stop flashing, okay? If you do, then you are a prep.
Steven. You wouldn't be a prep, would you?
XXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXX class stared at me and Draco came... Everyone in the class stared
Wait.
at me, and then Draco came into the room,
God.
even though he was naked, and started begging me to take him back.
In front of Snape, he let you off the hook, and you're gonna do this during class?
Oh my fucking lord.
He came stumbling in with his big boner.
Fucking pole
his
vaulted
pale white
on his
skin.
dick.
Snape has had to put up with so much shit, and we're only 8 episodes in.
Snape raised an eyebrow
8
and
chapters.
his cauldron coughed up a nasty fume.
He said,
Oh.
Cast Shrinkus Dinkus on his dick.
put that away, Draco.
Draco Malfoy. What is the meaning of this?
Yuck.
I didn't do anything.
I must consult the dream cauldron once more.
I must confiscate this.
Confiscates his dick.
It's caused him so much trouble.
Ebony, it's not what you think! Draco screams sadly. My friend B. Luddy Mary Smith, that's B apostrophe Luddy Mary Smith, smiled at me understatedly.
She's like half naked too, by the way.
Yeah.
Comes stumbling in here, chasing down
I
Vampire
think it said she
Potter.
put her clothes on.
She like halfway did, but it doesn't matter.
I put on my clothes all huffily and then stomped out.
All huffily.
She's got to orgasm twice, and Draco has not twice. So honestly, I feel bad for Draco.
Yeah, she fucking blew up in his face. She sounds like a psycho bitch.
She flipped her long waist-length gothic black hair and opened her crimson eyes like blood that she was wearing contact lenses on. She had pale white skin that she was wearing white makeup on. Hermione was kidnapped when she was born.
What?
I guess that B. Luddy Mary Smith is Hermione.
Okay.
Hermione was kidnapped when she was born. Her real parents are vampires, and one of them was a witch, but Voldemort killed her mother, and her father committed suicide because he was depressed about it. She still had nightmares about it, and she is very haunted and depressed.
Was this in like a bracket, or was this
No, it's just all paragraph.
Okay.
No anything.
Okay.
It also turns out her real last name is Smith and not Granger. Since she is converted to Satanism, she is in Slytherin now, not Gryffindor, in parentheses.
She's lost the light. Now she's a fucking villain in Slytherin.
Your religion dictates your fucking placement.
Yeah, she
Sorting
converted
Hat
to
asks her
Satanism,
religion.
and the Sorting Hat said, "I don't like that very much."
Sorting how it. Oh no.
I need a second guess this one.
Give me a second.
So she's Hermione Smith, but she goes by B. Luddy Mary Smith.
B. Luddy Mary. That sounds cool.
Yeah. The next paragraph opens with, "What is it you desire, you ridiculous dimwit?" Snape demeaned angrily in his cold voice, but I ignored him. "Vampire! I can't believe you cheated on me with Draco!" I shouted at him.
What?
I mean, really, it would be Draco cheating on her, not Vampire, but...
Yeah, they didn't have
They
a
just
connection.
met.
Fuck off, bitch.
This woman's crazy.
I hate her.
Everyone gasped.
Snape starts his own fucking, God, what's that show called?
Maury.
Yeah, his own
Jerry Springer.
Yeah, his own Jerry Springer. That's what dark arts becomes.
Defense against the dark arts.
There's no quotes or who this is attributed to, so I don't know, but I'm just going to read it in a normal voice.
Just feel it out.
I don't know why Ebony was so mad at me. I had one out with Vampire. I'm bi, and so is Ebony. I'm guessing this is Draco.
Mm-hmm.
For a while, but then he broke my heart. He dumped me because he liked Brittany, a stupid preppy fucker. We were just good friends now. He had gone through horrible problems, and now he was gothic. Haha, like I would hang out with a prep. But I'm not going out with Draco anymore, said Vampire. Yeah, fucking right. Fuck off, you bastard, I screamed. I ran out of the room into the Forbidden Forest where I had lost my virginity to Draco, and then I started to bust into tears. The end of chapter 8.
Whoa. She started to bust.
Yeah. Chapter 9. Author's note. Stop flamin', okay? I didn't read all the books. This is from the movie, okay? It's nuts my fault as Dumbledore swears. Besides, I said he had a headache. And the reason Snape doesn't like Harry now is because he's Christian and Vampire is a Satanist. MCR rocks! ! The reason Snape doesn't like Harry because he is a Christian and Vampire is a Satanist.
But they're the same character.
What did Snape do to indicate that he didn't like Harry?
What did Snape do to indicate he doesn't like Christians?
No, Snape's Christian.
What?
Snape is Christian. He doesn't like Vampire because he is a Satanist.
Then he wouldn't like Draco.
Okay.
Or anyone. They're all Satanists. They're all scum.
What they're alluding to is that when Dumbledore found them fucking in the Forbidden Forest, he said, you fucking bitches, or some shit like that. And then Ebony, in the author's note, had to explain that Dumbledore only swore because he had
I get
a
that. I'm just confused at the accusation of who's Christian.
Snape is a good Christian.
Okay.
Then all of a sudden, I was so mad and sad I couldn't believe Draco for cheating on me. I began to cry against the tree where I did it with Draco. Then all of a suddenly...
His gun was still there.
Oh my lord.
Then all of a suddenly, an horrible man with red eyes and no nose and everything started flying towards me on a broomstick. It must be Voldemort. He didn't have a nose, basically like Voldemort in the movie. And he was wearing all black, but it was obvious he wasn't gothic. It was Voldemort!
He who shall not be named.
Riddle.
No! I shouted in a scared voice, but then Voldemort shouted, Imperious! And I couldn't run away. Crookshanks! I shouted at him. Voldemort fell off his broom and started to scream.
This gangly motherfucker falling 2 feet and cracking his spine.
Crookshanks? That was Hermione's cat's name. What is that? What kind of spell is that?
I felt bad for him even though I'm a sadist, so I stopped.
What the fuck? I hate her wave of emotions.
Christ.
Ebony! He yelled. Thou must kill Vampire Potter!
Okay.
I thought about Vampire and his sexy eyes and his gothic black hair and how his face looked just like Joel Madden. I remembered that Draco had said I didn't understand, so I thought, what if Draco went out with Vampire before I went out with him and then they broke up?
Yeah.
That's what he told you.
But she couldn't believe him with his cock
No,
out.
Voldemort! I shouted back. Voldemort gave me a gun.
What?
Hang on! Hang on a minute!
How did you keep a straight face for that?
Fucker takes an AK out of his robe and is like, yeah, take this!
Without a word. She
AK.
said no,
Fuck.
and then he handed her the weapon anyway.
This is my AK, the Avada Kedavra.
Avada Kedavra 47.
No, it's got like a little pistol you can fit under his cloak.
It would be, but... Why? I have never in my life thought about bringing guns to Hogwarts.
His fucking Dark Mark tattoo is just a fucking sniper rifle or some shit.
His Dark Mark tattoo would be a fucking cringy mom tattoo.
No, please! I begged.
I don't want to have to shoot him.
Thou must, he yelled. If thou does not, then I shall kill thy beloved Draco. How did you know? I asked in a surprised way. Voldemort got a dude you're so retarded look on his face. Oh my god.
Gross snake man.
Voldemort
He's like, come on, Ebony.
giving her a bitch, please look.
We were all there in potions class.
Cockest the thou'st barrel.
We were all
Loadest the gunnest.
You make out with Draco in every fucking hallway.
It is so obvious, Ebony.
He handed her a gun.
Without a word.
I have telekinesis, he answered coolly.
Coolly.
And if
Put on sunglasses.
It's cruelly. And if you doth not kill vampire, then thou know what will happen to Draco.
Why does he talk like he's in fucking Shakespeare?
Then he flew away angrily on his broomstick.
Stupid fucking brat.
That is so unintimidating. This scraggle little bastard on a broom.
He flies in and gets knocked off his broomstick and then meekly gets up and places a Glock in her hand.
I'll be watching. I'll be keeping an eye on you.
Cockest it.
Oh, God.
I was so scared and mad I didn't know what to do. Suddenly Draco came out of the woods. Draco, I said. Hi. Hi, he said back, but his face was all sad. He was wearing white foundation and messy eyeliner, kind of like a pentagram. Get it? Between Joel Madden and Gerard Way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Are you okay? I asked. No, he answered. I got exposed in potions class. I'm sorry I got all mad at you, but I thought you cheated on me, I expelled. That's okay, he said, all depressed, and went back into Hogwarts together making out. The end.
Oh my fucking god.
All's well that ends well.
Once again, could not have predicted that happening at all in this chapter.
Not at all, man. Holy shit.
Voldemort just flies into the school grounds.
He's watching them through a spyglass as Draco pitches yet another tent. As they walk back making out.
Hiding out behind the Forbidden Forest tree. Is it the Forbidden Forest just because he's flying around in there menacingly?
Yes. Don't let any of the students go there. Voldemort's there. We can't make him leave.
When fucking Wormtail resurrected him, instead of resurrecting him, he just got him to buy him a firearm illegally.
God, I want Hagrid to show up so bad.
He's gonna be so big and goth.
I know we love Hagrid, but I feel like somebody in this type of person wouldn't like Hagrid because he's big and ugly.
He's a groundskeeper, he's so uncool.
Yeah, he's not cool.
But he could catch them in the act because they're going to be caught in the act again.
He's dirty, they're gonna call him a fucking peasant.
I'm telling Dumbledore, yous called me the toilet man.
How dare yous makes out in the Forbidden Forest and then call me the toilet man?
As punishment, you're going to the Forbidden Forest.
Thanks for listening to this episode of the Immortal Cast. If you like what we do and are looking for similar content, this is a spin-off of our main show, Crossing the Line. There, we've been reading, writing, and reviewing fanfiction for over 5 years, so if you love funny fanfiction and just weird crossover stuff like this, you can find us there on YouTube and Spotify by searching Crossing the Line, a fanfiction podcast.